Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. It's been a rough morning. Today's video, I'm going to be doing a realistic reading week in my life as a college student. If you're new here or if you've been here for a while, I believe, like in my junior year, because I finished my associate's degree at a community college, and this year I just transferred to a 4-year to finish up with my bachelor's. I'm a marketing major, been going for about a month, and I really like it. So the campus is great, like my classes are great. I'm only taking 2, but like I was saying, realistic week is going to be different every single week, because maybe this week I don't have literally anything to do, and then next month I have to get my project going, you know. So I just like these videos. They're really fun to watch. Let's talk about the books that I'm thinking of reading. I usually have 3 different formats of books with me. So I'll have a Kindle book, an audiobook, and I'll have a physical book. And I do this because sometimes with the physical book I get bored with it, and I don't want to have a moment where I'm bored or I'm not reading, so I'll go to the Kindle book or the audiobook or something. So for my audiobook, as it's been for weeks upon weeks on end, it's The Queen of Air and Darkness by Cassandra Clare. It's the last book in the Dark Artifices trilogy. I don't love this book, and I feel like I'm not eager to read it, so that's the only problem. That's the reason I've been on it for so long. So that's the audiobook. I have the Kindle book, which is gonna be Magnolia Park's, oh my god, why is this guy going so slow? It's gonna be Magnolia Park's Into the Dark by Jessa Hastings. It's the last book in the Magnolia Park's universe currently, and I'm terrified. That thing is a chunker, so I got it on my Kindle finally. The last and final book, which is gonna be my physical book, it's going to be One Dark Window by Rachel Gillies. That's the book I've been wanting to read this entire month. I'm currently going to school, so I have class from 11 to 11:50, and then I have 12 to 12:50, and then I wait for Dylan after his class. Other than that, I will talk to you guys later. I'm gonna drive. Hi guys, this is a low moment for me. I look like this. I knew it. I need to start closing my freaking door, y'all. I had a day, y'all. I had a day. Checking in, it's Monday. I don't know if I said that. I was all over the place. I left my camera in the car. I went to my 2 classes. I went to the library. While I was at the library, I started my study guide. I have an exam next Wednesday, and I'm gonna start the study guide now. That's unfortunately what I was doing today. I went through chapter 1 and I was just highlighting some key terms. That's unfortunately, my week is gonna be a little busy because I have to start studying. 2 books that I'm starting today. One Dark Window, I really want to start. I forgot this is on Kindle Unlimited, so I could have started it if I wanted to. I love Rachel Gillies. Like, The Night and the Moth was like one of my top reads, so I'm so excited to get into this. So I will be sitting down and getting all cozy in my bed and just read it. Did start Magnolia Park's Into the Dark. I am literally 12 pages or 11 pages into this. I thought this book was like 500 pages. It is 700. I don't know why I picked this up. I'm never gonna get through this. So I have so far 11 pages done for this video. I didn't listen to my audiobook because Dylan and I drove to school together. I don't know when I'll be able to read it. Sometimes I'll read it during walking to my classes, so I'll start doing that. Hop into bed, start reading this baby. Talk to you guys in a little bit. right now. I swear, like, I think it's almost 12. I'm on chapter 3, which is page 25. So far I've read 25 pages. So that brings our total to about 36. Not a good reading day, but it's okay. So far, eating this up, I learned about the cards, the provenance, the Shepherd King, and each of them have like a different ability, and you can manipulate it by like tapping it 3 times. Elspeth, if I'm saying that right, when she was a kid, she caught the fever, which I guess is like this phenomenon that happens where you gain magic, and that's, I guess, a big no-no because they're hunted down by the Destries or whatever it's called. When she was a kid, she hid it, and as she got better, she touched one of the Providence cards, which was a nightmare, and he kind of like he kind of created a habitat in her mind. Yeah, I like Elspeth, but she definitely feels very closed in. I have a lot to do tomorrow. Tomorrow's my off day. I will check back tomorrow. I'm really excited to keep reading this. Was very productive. I got all my laundry done. That entire chair has been filled for probably about like 2 weeks at this point. So it needed to be done. I am currently sitting down to do homework. I obviously want to read. That's all I want to do today. Do some homework, and then I'm gonna get to reading. The Knight and the Moth, she explains the fantasy through story. So you hear from Sibyl when she goes and does the drowning, like there's a story that they say every single time and how it came to be. And this is how we learn about the mist and the cards, the sickness. Window. I'm on chapter 7, page 70, and then I read 41 pages of this. I think I ended on page 29 yesterday. A little bit of a chunk in, but I will definitely say my intrigue is really catching up to me, and I'm really excited to continue with this book. We met a few new characters. Raven, if I'm saying his name right. I'm thinking Elmo. It's not Elmo. I'm sorry. Emery. And then we met the prince, but I can't remember his name. And then Raven. We're about to understand him because things happened and they were in a big conundrum and she was terrified of him, and he was like, follow me. She was like, and then he protected her from his brother because he was like drunk and being weird. But then also like Emery had this thing where he like kind of saw her. He was like, I can see you for what you are. And she's like, what the heck? And then on top of that, we just learned more about the cards. So there's like 12 Providence cards, and I don't really know what those are yet, but we learned about the Maiden card, and that is a card that I guess like changes your beauty and sculpts you, but then makes your heart ice. So there's like a few little things in the fantasy that we've learned, and then we're also about to get, I think, into the depth of the story. So I'm very, very excited. I'm like so glad I found Rachel Gillig's last year because I love her books, and all of her fantasies are so freaking unique. With these cards, like the littlest details of how they're made and how you possess them, like you have to tap 3 times to use it, and to not use it, tap 3 times again. And there's also just this mythical vibe to it because it's talking about the woods and how like that spirit lives there, and that's how the cards were made. And then today, while I was doing some chores, I did my laundry, read Queen of Air and Darkness, went on the audiobook, and I got 51 pages through that. I believe it's somewhere around that number, so 51 pages were read of that, and it was really good. We're seeing more of Julian and Emma because something was wrong with Julian, so he wasn't himself, but they're finally like resetted and back to their selves. But you still got this depression with them because they can't be with one another because of their parabati rune. You can't be with each other, but there's a reason they're able to be with each other right now. And then on top of that, I was just thinking of like Julian with his family. Like, he is seriously a dad to his kids, his siblings. So yeah, we also learned a new character. I believe he's a main character. His name's Ash. I will not be saying the last name because that is a full-on spoiler. If you look that up by yourself, that's your own problem. He's a new character, and he was talking about Drew a little bit. And I was like, I'm excited because Drew hasn't been in the book. Like, she's been more one of the babies. Very intrigued because it finally feels like the story is moving. I love Cassandra Clare, but her books are thick because she lets you like dwell in the moment and what's happening at that time. And we'll see what we get up to tomorrow. I'm hoping tomorrow will be a good reading day. All I have tomorrow is school. So I'm gonna talk to you guys later. I will catch up when I have something else to say. Wow, that is very lemony. Whoa! Ha! I did a workout. I came home. Listen. Oh, you just can only see Dilly Dog. It is 8:17. I am home. I had my classes, I had my advising appointment. After school, I went to the library while Dylan was finishing his classes. I started my study guide. I kind of started notes yesterday just to kind of get myself back into it. But then I was like, I just like said whatever, screw that one, and I started another one. This one had all the terms that she had updated. I have a lot to study. I definitely am a little overwhelmed. I have the academic stress. Hung out at his house for a little bit. I came home, I did a workout, I just ate, made some lemon tea. I'm gonna go shower and then we're gonna start on this studying. It is already, like I said, 8, and I wanna try to go to bed by 11 because I wanna be in bed like asleep, lights off by 11 because I have a double tomorrow at work. Thursday doubles are always extremely dead. So I'm not looking forward to it. I don't think it's gonna be a good day. I don't know exactly where I'm at, but I listened to Queen of Air and Darkness while I was driving home and while I was walking to some of my classes, and I'm 59% in, which is 17 hours and 52 minutes in, and that means I have 12 hours and 32 minutes left in the audiobook. I'm feeling very discouraged. It's taking it feels like it's gonna be forever till I finish this book. I have to see what it is in the book and how many pages I read, but we'll do that later. I didn't get to read anything of One Dark Window. I was going to, and then Dylan was like, I'm here. So I was like, okay. And I'll talk about the updates later when I do my page count for the day. I am gonna go take a shower, let this cool off because I just burnt my tongue and it hurts, and then I'm gonna get ready for bed. Come on, Phil, let's hear about that family.
I got a wife and 2 beautiful children.
And that's what it's all about.
Now I want you to do me a favor, Phil. What? Say cheese. We're gonna party till we're purple. I love it.
Hip hip. Brr. Goodness me, I look kind of crazy right now. It's 11:43. I should have been in bed 43 minutes ago. But I got really caught up in reading because I started later than I wanted to and I wanted more time to myself. Best bet though is I'm gonna go brush my teeth and go head to bed though. Anyways, I did want to do my page update. I'm so sorry it's in the same raggedy PJs and me just explaining what I read. So, of One Dark Window, I'm on chapter 10, which is 101 pages in. So with that, we ended, I believe, on page 70 last night. So with that, I read 31 pages, which wasn't a lot at all. We did get kind of like the gist of what's happening. The problem is we don't really know who the bad guy is. Like, it's said that the king is the bad guy because he wants all these cards, but you don't know if he's actually going to use it to stop the mist or if he's going to use it just for all the power it gives him. So I guess he would be considered the bad guy, but it's kind of interesting because we're going into this book where we're at the enemy's doors if we're thinking of the kingdom. I already love the tension because she was talking to Alex, I guess is his name, and she kept like seeing him. And just her vision would kind of just go to him and then he would be locked on her. And I was like, oh my gosh. I still love My Baby Roderick. The book club podcast, and it's with the one, oh my gosh, Olympian. I cannot think of her name, but she went on there and they were all talking about how guys are like these bad boys, but it's literally just the exterior, and then the interior, they're like a golden retriever. They're very sweet. They love their families, and I like that. I like that Rachel Gillick is like, yeah, like I can't make them all be assholes. Like they just look like it, but then they're, you know, softies. So I'm getting that completely with this, and then just thinking of Night in the Moth. Of a little chunk in this. Now, this is the big chunk that I got through today, and I did not expect that at all. I seriously think I only read like 20 pages of this. Of Queen and Heir in Darkness, I read 74 pages. When did that happen? Did I black out? Because I don't remember that. We started on like 4:32. Okay, I guess it's right, but I literally am like amazed because I swear I only walked like a few, but I do have this on 2x speed. The events that just happened, and the reason that those events happened were obviously to get the plot moving and to get a weapon. But on top of it, it was definitely there to rebond relationships and also for Julian to heal, because something about that really just sparked him back again. I really hope now that it's back to normal that he will be normal. Athena is mad that my door is closed. We just kind of got what we needed to go into this book and to like finish up this chunk, but there's still a lot to be said. We learned more about how to stop some bad things that are happening to the warlocks. Of the, what did I just say, 74 pages of this and then the 31 of this, I read 105 pages. This week is going a lot better than I thought it was gonna go. That's kind of crazy. I didn't realize like audiobooks helped that much. So we're gonna try to keep going with this, and then I'm just gonna see you guys tomorrow. I work a double tomorrow, so Thursday is an off day for me, and I work a double, so that's 10 to rush. But I'll get through some of my reading, and then on top of that, I'll get through my study guide. So that's pretty much it. Hi everyone, it is Thursday. I've been a busy gal. I've been home from work since 4 or like 5. Which was great. I had a easy day because there were so many people on the floor. They were like, all the openers can go home. And I was like, this is great. I literally love this. I love going home early. It's literally like a breath of fresh air because you just get to do all the things you thought you weren't going to be able to do, and I'm just so happy. I finished my studying. I finished chapter 3, which was great, and I still need to do chapter 1 and 2, so that's my goal for tomorrow. I took a nice fat nap. I don't know, I was just so tired. So I did that, and then I have been reading a little bit, but my friend and I were playing Granny at work, so we were just doing that mostly, and then I read like a little bit. I mean, I had work, and then I literally had to study my butt off, so it's just been a little busy currently. Getting ready to go to bed, but I'm gonna head to Dylan's house. He's going to Vermont tomorrow to go snowboarding, so I pretty much, every time he has a trip, I just sleep over and then I see him off. I'm like stressing myself out currently, so I'm going to sign off for today. I know literally today is nothing, but I'll tell you guys all the pages I read tomorrow, and then I will see you guys tomorrow for our third last day. Good morning, everyone. I think I'm having a bad hair day. It's 10:22. I'm about to head out because I need to go to my appointment for my blood drawn. I just wanted to update on pages. I'm pretty sure I read 40 pages. Let me double check real quick. Okay, so Thursday, I read 41 pages and I'm on chapter 13. So we are in the gist of the story. We are finding the cards right now and everyone is kind of like, the group is together. So there's still some secrets happening. That's all that's really happening in this book so far. There was this one quote, stepmom, and she was really cruel. And I mean like really, really cruel. And so she said, "Have you met my stepmother, Captain?" I whispered, the remnants of my anger distilling in a tear that fell to my cheek. Lovely woman. The same callous thumb that had slid over my knuckles in Raven's chamber caught the tear on my cheek, dragged it away. It was gone in a moment. His voice drifted past my ear. Come. I loved that. I literally loved it. It was so freaking cute. Like, I can't, that's what I'm talking about. Like the bad boy, but he's literally just a cutie patootie. Love it. I'm going to school. That's all I need to tell you guys. I will catch you guys then. Hopefully doing some reading tonight, but I have to finish up my study guide. So that's 2 chapters worth. So that might take up a good bit of my day considering that I work at 4:30. So it's a busy day, but I'm so ready for the weekend just to relax and study, but have time for myself. Hello ladies and gents, I'm back home from school. I was thinking of going to Starbucks, but I missed my exit. I had to get back on the highway, missed that entrance, whole U-turn, finally got home after literally like an hour. I should have been home in like 40 minutes. So overwhelmed. I also already had a coffee today, and sometimes when I have a second coffee, I feel a little hoot. So we aren't going to be doing that today. I am sitting down to do my studying. I did read a lot in the car of Queen and Inner Darkness, and I'm so happy because this book has taken me forever. And it's mostly because like sometimes when I get in the car, I'm just like, I don't want to. I also feel like this book has been slow, but the events that have been happening are like, I love it. It was the same thing with the last book for the Mortal Instruments. The book overall was really good, but the beginning was extremely slow. That's the only thing about these like big ending books. They're slow usually, and then like towards like the middle end is good. For Queen of Air and Darkness, I think I started on page 506. I'm hoping that I got like a nice 100 pages and that would be great. I'm on 586, so I read 80 pages in the car, which is really good. I really wanted to get through this book. I want to say so much about the plot because so much is happening. I'm angry. I'm very, very angry because this book feels like the United States right now. And it's just so unfair, and it also literally feels like the Holocaust with things they're doing to downworlders. This book truly shows you what fear does to a society. I mean, all of these shadow hunters, because of what happened in the Mortal Instruments, they are so scared of fairies and downworlders. Like, they just completely lost their spark of what like shadow hunters are, and they are just so terrified of everything. They're doing anything possible just to like stay alive, but it's awful. It's really, really awful with how a lot of them are being trapped because their fear is being taken advantage by a bad guy. It's crazy how in this book, our main enemy isn't, I mean, it is kind of fairy, but also it's the cohort. Mostly it's them. They are the problem, and that's our own society of shadowhunters. So it's insane that this is happening. There was a bit in here I can relate to because of 2 characters. I'm not saying too much because then that can spoil. But when he got the letter, I started like tearing up because I can relate. I'm like them, and this is gonna sound, you're gonna be so confused if like you haven't read this book, but you're gonna understand if you have. But this book, like what happened with those 2 characters and the letter, I was so upset. Like I can't even imagine that happening in real life. So yeah, I just know that hurt. That's all I can really say. Finally, stuff has happened with Mark, Kieran, and Christina, which I literally saw coming a mile away, and I was like, whoa, Cassandra Clare, that's crazy. So that was fun to read. That was fun to read. That was, yeah, I like what she did with that. I will talk to you guys a little, maybe probably tonight, like after work. I think I'm just gonna study until I have to go to work so that when I do come home, I can read or just go to bed. So that is the vibe. I will talk to you guys a little. Hey, Becca finished her book. Woo. Great. We're already the void with the bread. The bread is slipping away from me. I take his hand, holding on tightly, preparing for the cameras and dreading the moment when I will finally have to let go. Oh. Yay, it's sitting. Hi guys, I am finally going home. I'm so exhausted. I'd finished my study guide. I started on chapter 5. Chapter 5, pretty good on that. I think the ones I have to worry about are the middle ones because learned in psychology, you always remember the beginning and the end. You don't ever really remember the middle. That's what I have to work on. It's so cold in here. Besides that, I texted Dylan to let him know that I was at Starbucks at 1:54. It is 5:41. Almost 4 hours just studying. And it doesn't make sense to me how it took that long. I mean, it took a while because I was making sure I understood it and I wasn't just like writing it down and not actually getting anything processed and there was no comprehension. So I was making sure of that when I was studying, and then I just studied so much and I went through 2 drinks. I'm so tired. I have not walked today. I need to go home and do some sort of workout. I'm gonna go to CVS real quick because we don't have ink at my house, so I haven't been able to do my junk journal in so long because we just don't have colored ink. I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up. A little bit of reading. And by little bit, I mean in those 4 hours, I probably read 3 times and that was like 30 minutes of it. So I think we started at 140. I am now at 166. 26 pages? Woo! That marks out. Yep, that tracks out. So that's all that was read today. So we'll see if I get to read a little bit more. I'm either gonna do like an incline walk or I'm gonna go run on the treadmill or something just to like get moving because I feel just stiff because I've been sitting all day. Yesterday, I didn't say hello yesterday because I had pretty much just read those 80 pages of the audiobook and I didn't read anything else. Hopefully I read a little bit more today. I really want to. I'm really getting like addicted to the book. I want to see all these characters. I want to see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you guys later. It's Sunday and this is gonna be this last bit for this video because I really want to get it up for you guys. So for last night, I read a little bit more of One Dark Window and I am now on page 180. So we're almost halfway. I didn't realize we were almost halfway until I put it into my Fable and my Goodreads and it was like, you're halfway. I was like, oh. So I'm gonna try to read as much as I can today, but today is definitely gonna be a little bit busier. So I'm filming for another video. And then I'm also going to church in like 10 minutes and then I have to study a lot and then Dylan comes back from his trip, so I'm probably gonna meet him at his house, but I don't know if we have school tomorrow. So if we don't, I think I'm gonna see Riley. That's just like talking about everything now. I'm just blabbering, but I'm just simply saying I don't know when I'll be able to read this. I really want to try. If I get like a nice 100 in, that would be swell. Honestly, I think this book is very bingeable. The only reason I'm not binging it is because I'm busy and school's getting in the way. But I really do believe if I was reading this like in the summertime or something and I had so much time, I would be finished this in like 3 days because it's so easy just reading and the chapters aren't too long, but the story just flows and you're really eager to see everything come together. Haven't had any action bits so far. This has simply just been like getting everyone together, but we're finally into maybe finding 1 card. And I thought it was like you had to get all like 24 cards or something, or how many there are exactly, but apparently you just have to get like one of each card, I believe. I don't think I'm gonna finish Queen and Air of Darkness because I have like 30% left, but I'm hoping that I can finish it next week. That would be really great, and we could definitely get that going. I just want to be able to like listen to other audiobooks. I've just been listening to that one for so long. It is a really long audiobook, but like I'm ready to read another one. Anyways, that's that. I'm going to talk to you guys later. I will see you guys later. Hello everyone. I have had a long day, but a good day. I went to church and it was actually really nice. I haven't gone to church in a while because I've had work every morning, so I haven't been able to go. So went to church. I got acai bowls with Becca afterwards, which was really, really good. And after that, we all went to Barnes & Noble. I wanted so many books, but I didn't get anything. I did break my heart though, because I was like really upsetting. just leaving with nothing. Like that's the worst feeling in the world. Came home, I made some snacks. I've been snacking a lot today, which is terrible. But anyways, I cleaned up my room. So I cleaned up my desk mostly, and then I dusted everything, did my sheets. I gotta go put my laundry in, and I'm studying right now. I am doing chapter 3 currently, and I haven't read anything today. So that really sucks, because after coming back from Barnes & Noble, I'm like, I need to get through my TBR because there are so many books I want to get. So many. It's snowing, and I also have SpongeBob in the background. SpongeBob is like my comfort TV show. I've watched it ever since I was a child, so it's snowing. A lot. I ignore all the stuff on my bed. It looks really pretty. Everyone is really like annoyed with the snow because we got hit with like 2 feet of snow, and it literally, I swear to God, just melted last week. And it's snowing again. I love snow because I like when it looks like winter. When it just looks like everything's dead, it makes me depressed, and that's where my seasonal depression comes in. When I see snow on the ground, it makes me happy. So far it's not sticking. It was raining all day, so I'm hoping that it will. Yeah, I just wanted to give an update. I'm feeling okay about my test. I am going to continue my duty right now, and then I will come back in a little bit. My hands look like old lady hands. I'm just freezing. I'm freezing my butt off right now. It is the end of Sunday. It is almost 12 a.m. and which is crazy because I don't know where the time went. I've been studying all day. We got probably 6 inches of snow. So it's freezing outside. I've been all inside. I got here safely. I hung out with his mom until he got here, and then I've been doing homework. I did an assignment that is due tomorrow morning, and then I've been studying. I still haven't finished my study guide fully, and I definitely want to go through it at least 2 more times. I think I'm pretty prepared. I wanted to give my page update for today. It was the worst it's been. I read 4 pages. I started on 180. Can we guess? Anyone? Anyone really good at math? 184. Well, we're almost halfway through this book, which is a great thing. My favorite thing about this is obviously the gothic vibes. Everything is just so dark, and it's almost like you look at this town and you see no hope. People are scared, terrified, and you've got this almost witch hunt against these people who have the fever. It's very intriguing, and then you see a lot of corruption already with the King's Guard, and like you realize who have the fever, and it really pisses me off, and it also pisses off Elspeth because she realizes how she had to run her entire life and hide her entire life, and yet these people just get to like walk around and the king knows about it. So it was really frustrating learning about that. We just found out about 1 card and where it might be, but nothing has happened. I'm not sure what to expect. I'm still really excited to keep going into this. Because I update it every single day, I really don't have too much to say about this book. Honestly, nothing has happened. she got with Raven, and she went to his family home because they're doing this plot where he's gonna pretend to court her so that she can come to their house like respectfully, then they can get the cards. So that's pretty much all. And then they had to sit down with someone and they found out that they have a card. In all this week I read 184 pages of this book. Monday I read 36 pages. Tuesday I read 92, Wednesday I read 105, Thursday was 41, Friday was 80, Saturday was 40, and Sunday was 4. In all, for this week I read 362 pages. Definitely a lower week. Last week I finished 2 books. Both of them were shorts and I binged in one in an entire day pretty much. Yeah, I just feel like that just sucks because I mean, it makes sense though, and I did my best, and I really could have listened to my audiobook a lot more. Queen of Air and Darkness, which I read, I think around 167 pages, because I did also pick up Magnolia Park's Into the Dark, and I read 11 pages of that. I did forget about that. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to read as much as I wanted to. I definitely could have with my audiobook, but yeah, I really hope you guys just enjoyed this video. It was very laid back. Maybe this makes you guys feel motivated to get to reading. Just read like 4 pages for a day is more reading than you would have done if you read nothing. Or you're just looking for a realistic college student who loves reading and can't read 24/7 like she used to. So I'm here. So hi, hello. Yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Please click like and that subscribe button and notification bell so every time I post. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video.